After midnight, we're gonna sell a lot of Yule. Ladies and gentlemen, and by ladies and gentlemen, I mean genocide. Hopefully, you can hear me. The magic machine does indeed tell me that I'm live. Well, actually, it doesn't. Registers no viewer. It doesn't tell me that genocide's live. Genocide, perennial favorite. The deviated 2011. How long has he been around? 2011. We can put a timestamp on this ass. Welcome, Mario Heat. The 69th day of Christmas. Mario, listen, you know what I learned today? Did you know that a certain J. Scott Garrity had the audacity, Jason Parker, had the audacity to take all of his Orion Akaba videos down? All of them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tony Chase is my new. He hasn't seen a J. Scott Garrity video in a while. It's YouTube. Listen, the golden age is. If we've learned one thing in 2025, it's the internet. It's a wrap. The internet is the rap music of the internet, right? We're folding up, we're shutting down shop, we're going back to meet space, to real space, going back to the day jobs. Getting out of mom's and dad's basement, going above grass to touch grass, getting out there. It's a wrap, folks. But before we do, we're taking a break on Christmas, right? For those that are left here, folks, 7 people watching me live. Hey, dancing for quarters, the golden age. Remember, when we used to have views. But hey, we have us old hobos around the campfire. Hey, I'm going. It's late for me to be going live, but I'm going live because life is kept me away. I was trying to say I was going to go. We're going to do this thing for Christmas. We're going to do this thing for Christmas. We're going to do it. I'm going to get back out there in the hustle and bustle and be like on the street corner, being like, "Hey, blowjobs on the corner, doing what you want, doing the YouTube hustle thing. I'm out here. Come on, kids." Let's get together. Let's do a little dance and jig on the sidewalk for quarters on the sidewalk. Everybody, CW, Santaween. We're gonna do a little LARP. All together now. Black magic for Christmas. Do it. We're gonna. I couldn't even get out here to be a band leader. Not for not for lack of desire. It was just real life. I got a lot going on. Hey, we got the hustles of real life. I got things going on, and it's Christmas. And y'all are in the real world too. You know how it is too. So I don't need to tell you how it is. And anyway, I did say, no, I'm not gonna go there because I'm not gonna put it on you. It's me. It's me. Yeah, that's me. If I say like, oh, It was the lack of community interest. If there were more people commenting on the videos, the more views, then I would have been out here. That's me being defensive. That's me trying to put it on somebody else to be like, it was because no one cares. No, I know if I had been out here every day of the week being like, uh, horrible Christmas, horrible Christmas, there'd be more things happen. But what am I gonna do? I can tell you that for those who've joined us late, what I've been trying to do for to do a little thing, to have a little sense of community going on for what's left of a community here on the CW Chanter channel. Remember me, CW Chanter? That dude who's telling people that he's talked to aliens, he's a liar. If he's me, I'm so impassioned. If people may think you're being so mean, but I care so much about people lying to people, man. It gets me so angry. So passionate. So think about the people lying and distracted from the real UFO research. Oh, that's somebody else. I'm sorry. Don't want to steal anybody else's gig. Come on, tease. Come on. Come on. Remember CW Chanter? Effing around. Come on now. So anyway, so yada yada yada. Long story short, long story. Sometimes, you know how my videos are kind of long. Dirty little secrets. I look at my analytics, and I know it's like the average is the average, and everyone's got their own personal experience. And there are people out there who watch the whole thing, and there are people that are like real hardcore. CW, we've been watching you since the beginning. We watch all your stuff. Maybe we don't watch every video, but we watch a lot of your videos. So we really are fans. So don't feel like you're wasting your time because you're not just wasting your time. But when you look and see that you've done like, I don't know, like an hour and a half of material, especially when you know that the first often, I don't know, like couple of minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I don't know what, is oftentimes like, Jason Parker, you old so and so, and Jonas side, eat my ass. Small talk, as you're wont to do. So it's like Renee says hi. Well, I say hello to Renee. The Walter Bosley, the Walter Bosley, just popped in to say hi. I was once in a band called Yani Znayu. That's Russian for I don't know. Russian. Strange coincidences. I was thinking to myself, I had an adult fantasy, maybe an intrusive thought about the Bill O'Reilly moment about doing it live. We're doing it live, and so we should do. Let me shoehorn this because we do have Walter Bosley, but got to run. He knows it's going to get hot. It's too bad that he's got to run because Genocide just wants Xmas to be over. You mad the most right now myself for not being here more often. Walter Bosley, if you want to be completely honest. So anyway, you make a video, then you see that the average view time is 3 minutes, and you wonder, now hold on, because people have to start videos at the beginning, and you think to yourself, what exactly happens in the first 3 minutes of my videos? What were people expecting to see? And just how much time were they allowing me? I mean, 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. For fuck's sake. Even if I had a thesis statement, it's going to take me more than 3 minutes to get it out. For fuck's sake, people, give me a moment. Now that it's been 11 minutes and 15 seconds, even if I've been meandering, okay, let me box it in. In a nutshell, you know how for Halloween, those truly hardcore dipshits who try to prove that they're hardcore, there's something about them that is like distinguishable because they're really into horror movies. So for the month of October, that's distinguishable in some way because Halloween is the last night of that month. They dedicate the whole month to the concept of horror movies that they've dedicated their whole lives to anyway. So, despite the fact that they watch horror movies probably every day of the year anyway, they watch a horror movie every month, every day of the month of October, like on purpose. So it's Halloween, it's October, so Halloween's October. So we're going to watch a horror movie every 31 days of horror movies or like whatever it is, right? So my whole thing was noticing that due to like recursive feedback loops that there are now as many Halloween, sorry, I apologize, Christmas themed horror movies as there are Halloween themed horror movies. There are a jillion billion horror Christmas movies. I said, gee, I bet you could do the same thing, but for December and make them all Christmas horror movies, not just watch a horror movie every day for December, not just watch a Christmas movie every day for December movie, dick easy. Watch a Christmas horror movie. Meld these two like phenomena together. The watching a Christmas, because I know that some people also watch a Christmas movie every day for December. So you take these two phenomena, the watching a horror movie every day in October or watching a Christmas movie every day in December, and we meld the two together. This concept I call CW Santaweens, my little nom de video for December. Wow. Playing with your minds, playing with your minds. Welcome to the proceedings, Papa Prime 5187. Yo. So then I said, we're going to take it to the next level and try and out crazy the crazy. We see Jesus J with us as well. Mary Helmus. Ooh, putting a little spin on it. I like it. I like it. Approved. So we're going to do this. I said, we're going to make the concept that as a community, if we commit to, and then here comes the little LARPing aspects of it. Okay. Follow the bouncing ball. And my this little automatic light came on, which is spoiled by lightning effects. Hold on one. Yeah, I'm tethered. Werewolf bar mitzvah. Yeah. Aha. Werewolf bar mitzvah. Spooky, scary. So the concept that if we as a community did this, watched, and then I created a little LARP out of it, like, ooh, it's a mystical, mystical magical trip. We're gonna watch these Christmas horror movies together. Ooh, we're gonna commit to doing this community. And the mental energy we create, well, watching only, these Christmas horror movies. Listen to only Christmas music, even though we don't like it. Ooh, watching Christmas stuff, even though we don't really like it. Doing it for this effect of trying to destroy Christmas to make it better. Ooh, because Christmas and horror stuff is mixed together. Ooh, we all this whatever. Pay no attention to the man behind the screen. The magic is an illusion that you believe in because you believe in it. What you believe in is what you sense, and what you sense is what you believe. Nothing is real. Everything is permitted. There's a difference between the carnival barker and the actual magician of your, the legend and the fantasy. Become the magical time traveler you desire to be. Everything you want is before you. Merry Christmas! This whole thing, this whole shenanigans, right? So, so there you go. So the concept then became doing this, created this mental energy, things were going to happen. Then we also introduced this concept because I got this like spellcraft thing from my other channel. Blah, blah, blah. I'll go far afield. It'll get too much. That cut up William S. Burroughs cut ups were involved too, because of course. And I said because the William S. Burroughs cut ups were involved as well, black magic would occur. Yada yada yada, and then things would happen. And here's where we're going with it tonight, folks. Here's where we're going with it tonight, folks. I have been doing my part. All I've been doing these last days since Thanksgiving, I have been committed to this Christmas shtick. Since before I started talking about this CW Santaween BS, I have been doing nothing except mentally preparing myself for this CW Santaween Christmas BS since I knew that the game was on. Since Thanksgiving game ended and Christmas season fucking started, it's been nothing besides what my kids wanted to do something else, like see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that I fucking saw. You know, because my kid wanted to see it. Uh, Everything has been Christmas, 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 Christmas. Except I've been having in my CD player in my car Immortals Battles in the North, because it's all white. It's just an all white album. So for whatever reason, I was like, it's from 95 because 1995 is involved because it's on the 30-year nostalgia loop. So I was like, it's a Christmas record. I don't know. By mysticism. Anywho, that's like the one thing because it's from 95. So it gets in the mix. Anywho, this stuff, cutting stuff up in ChatGPT, creating new ways to cut material up and use ChatGPT as a William S. Burroughs-esque difference engine to cut up materials and to intersect with the data, to regurgitate it and to recreate it and to make something new out of the past in order to reveal new things. Are you allowed to say black magic just like RPG? It's too complex for me. It's easy if you try. You don't have to be the smartest of guys. Oh, so you beat me to it. There you go. Anywho, folks, I'll tell you what. If I get too crazy with it, ah, some might say I've already crossed that Rubicon. Folks, I'm not saying, I have no idea what causes what. Philip Blair's with us. Philip Blair. Philip Blair, welcome to the proceedings. Philip Blair, welcome to the proceedings as we welcome Simply Derek. Hey, listen. I wonder if the guy from the DSP channel. Kidding. Welcome. Welcome to the proceedings. Here we go. We knew that it was the height of hubris and extremely irresponsible to intentionally create and generate potential mystical magical energy chaotically and with no direction, like without directing it in any specific way, because something quote unquote bad could happen. And yet we did so because, as I argued, there's nothing to suggest that any of these beliefs regarding cut ups, magical thinking, etc., there's plenty of rational arguments and rational thinking modalities that say that to believe in these things is to believe foolish fairy tales and nonsense, and to be believing in games of self hypnosis and self delusion. Well, therefore, it's all just a game and there's no risk. So, plausible deniability would, you know what I mean? It's like Schrodinger's cosmic pranksters. We're doing something that potentially is the equivalent of lighting off an astral atomic bomb. Or don't worry, folks, because nothing is actually going to happen. Right? But let's just say for a moment that I, engaging in what I am characterizing as quote unquote work, as that term is used and defined and understood by mystics, magicians, and occultists. To the ends that I have previously described heretofore in this video. And let's say that, for argument's sake, that generated a certain amount of, looking for definitional terms, sprinkly, sparkly, mystical, magical Christmas energy. Let's go on to say that a certain amount of you, we don't know how many, perchance just one at a time, like little sparks of magic, and perchance some of you for sustained periods of time. Maybe there are many of you that heard my clarion call for participation, and since my clarion call for engagement and participation, have been actively engaged in participation in this practice as I described it since the inception of the Christmas, horrible Christmas game. As you understood it, as you thought it would be interesting in engaging in and participating in, and have as you have been enjoying it and or wondering through the experience. And it's not too late. We've got 5 more days. As we get closer to the hot point, it heats up. Folks, taking all the things I've previously said for argument's sake as valid and true and holding water. Would you hold water for me? Maybe I'll ask you for one more favor. Spoiler alert, it's chopping wood. Kidding, it's gonna be to pull my finger. Come on, Christmas dinner's coming up. Spoiler alert, you're invited. Another spoiler alert, it's gonna be horrible. But it'll be out of this world. She'll make it at least another year. Today, I learned that the girl who played Dorothy's feet in The Wizard of Oz, it's always with the feet, 1939, is still alive. Karen Marsh Dahl, there you go, folks. She'll be 107 in April. 107, very nice. And a 7 and a 1 is 8. There you go, folks. What will I take credit for? Nothing. What will I say are potentially linked events to our engaged Christmas activities? Certain things make sense to me, certain things do not at all. The tragedy in Australia with the mass shooting, I don't feel anything related to that because I did not see any of that in the materials that I was working with. However, when we did the first video ever, the first live stream about the horrible Christmas, I made a joke about spotted dick. I said, bring a little class, dick. And then I said something about spotted dick. The first news event distinguishing this December as being a unique news cycle for celebrities was Andy Dick's drug overdose. I then saw more things because I saw an actor who was in Pulp Fiction. He was also in The Mask with Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. And he was also in The Usual Suspects. Remember, he was the mythical Redbone who turned out to be just a product of storytelling. The Mask animated series had a Christmas special, and that Christmas special was part of the first series of Christmas special shows that aired in 1995 that I cut up and talked about in the first series of broadcast that I did about horrible CW Aunt Santaween's Horrible Christmas. We'll get to that actor's name. I apologize. They don't have it right at the tip of my tongue. Rob Reiner's horrible, uh, death at the hand of his son, Nick, Saint Nick, who is 32. When I make these lists that I make, look how many lists I've made. I've watched like two or three Christmas horror movies a day. I must have watched, holy shit, it's the 20th. I must have watched like 60 of these fucking movies. I swear to God. Every time we get to number 32, I do a comment about Mirror 23. So I'm always emphasizing in my notes the number 32 and meditating upon it, noting it as Mirror 23. If you know, you know. And you may or may not know or care. Nick Reiner was 32. And at the time that the death happened, I was cutting up all of these texts, and I know that I was cutting up texts that had to do because I was doing these shows, all these TV shows from 1995, all the cop dramas had specials. So I was also cutting up and seeing so many hospital scenes. And that's why I noted it as when I saw the actor who played Luke from General Hospital when he died. I was like, that's crazy coincidence too, because I'd seen so many hospital scenes in the cut ups that I was working with. Now, folks, coincidences and coincidences are coincidences in what they are. So I'll go through and I'll read the notes that I saved off off the things that I was generating with ChatGPT. And it is what it is. And ChatGPT is what it is as well. And um that opens up the conversation, and it is what it is, and all these things are what they are. They are just coincidences. And I'll say this, what I've always said in regarding to spotting these coincidences, I always note them for what they are, coincidences. And when we engage in these activities, what you're supposed to do is note the coincidences and note what you're doing, which is noting coincidences. And just, it's evidence, it's empirical evidence, and the value of empirical evidence is almost nothing. It's just we're engaged in a game here. We're just exercising this part of our brain to see what exercising this part of our brain does, and it may not do anything. But when I feel trippy ass shit, I just say trippy ass shit. This tells us something important about the engine. You have accidentally demonstrated news data acts like ballast. I just cut out things from the text that ChatGPT generates that I think is interesting. When introduced raw, it collapses abstraction, grounds the output, suppresses meta commentary, pulls the cut up towards reportage. I just thought it sounded trippy, so I just clipped it because I cut things and I put it back in the thing. So I'll read some stuff that's just cut up because I think the stuff is notion, a lot of it is what you go off of is what intuitively feels like is generating the responses. What you feel like is working or doing the work. You plant the seed starts to grow. What activities, what actions are you doing that is encouraging or working and making the seed grow? As the seed is growing, certain things are happening that seems to be making it flourish or seems to be making it wither at different times. What is it that you're doing or not doing that is helping and or hurting, right? And you keep on trying to slow motion dance with the reality of the seed, the plant, and the entire and every other thing in the universe to try and figure out how to make it work. And what I think works, the theory, the handed down knowledge from the master that we're supposed to continue to work with and study is that the cut up is the activation. Holiday field bleed activates. Broadcast crawl contaminates domestic space. Pre-Christmas period. Multiple incidents within 1 week. Survival besides sudden death, violent death. Sustained coverage. Urgency compresses language. Motifs recur unevenly. Uncertainty resolves only over time. Output shifts from scene to signal. Interruptions preferred over narrative closure. Mid-December announcement. Long-running role ends. Tributes follow. Legacy emphasized. Announcement replaces appearance. Signal outlives voice. Repetition performs memory. Modular anatomy study. Domestic evidence configuration. Symmetry failure portrait. Object first body study. Iterative reassembly plate. Here's a 1d8 ornament interaction table. 1. Plastic ornaments reflected across vitrine surface. 2. Tinsel positioned beside glass and steel vitrine. 3. Small artificial Christmas tree adjacent to articulated figure. 4. Wrapped boxes stabilizing ordinary late December interior. 5. Reflective ornaments bleeding into flat documentary framing. 6. String lights draped near mass market construction queues. 7. Holiday decor positioned without narrative action. 8. Seasonal decor surrounding object first presentation. Folks, I also want to let you guys know that if I think I've got the function set on that you can see these videos, the transcript. So you can take the transcript of these videos and then, if you select the text, you can save that and then put it into like a Word document or a rich text file document or a text document, and then edit it or save it or then put it into like, your own, make your own art prompts or like do whatever or edit it, or make, RPG designs or whatever, zines or whatever you want with it. 1d8 light interaction table. 1. Fluorescent ambient lighting mixed with warm holiday bulbs. 2. Amber highlights interacting with yellow-green cast. 3. Overexposed points of cheer bleeding into frame. 4. Dim practical bulbs reflected in vitrine glass. 5. Warm holiday bulbs flattening contrast. 6. Fluorescent light producing mild glare on resin body. 7. String lights generating reflective ornament bleed. 8. Ambient lighting stabilizing surreal assembly. Hmm. There you go. I apologize for dead air because some of this stuff is like the it's just like raw text data. It's like wouldn't make any sense. Not that any of the stuff that I said necessarily does make sense. It would make even less sense. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. There we go. Um, Inconsistent light sources combined within an interior space, some fluorescent and some warm, producing uneven exposure and glare. Documentation like framing, flattening depth, reflective surfaces interrupting clarity. There you go. A late year domestic interior remains quiet after interruption. Reports conflicting and details limited. Discovery occurring after an interval. Objects remaining in place. Evidence undisturbed. Emergency presence implied without depiction. So what happened is that I started cutting up all of these old things from like all Christmas specials from 1995, and then I reached this point where I noticed these stories, these news stories that I cited with you that I thought uh, could possibly be speculatively after effects of the energy that we're putting out with our horrible Christmas disruption pattern, theoretically. So I took information about those news stories and put them back into the cut ups with the stuff that theoretically caused that stuff to happen. And then you filter it out to make it make sense. I worked with ChatGPT to make these various machines. Don't worry about it. And theoretically, it's like just bullshitting me that these machines, don't worry about it. Anyway, a sequence of events suggests survival, sudden ending, and legacy passing within a short period. Announcement following discovery. Environment carrying residue rather than action. But the theory is that I like is the notion that by hearing me say these words, y'all become part of the problem. Y'all become part of the virus spread. Theoretically. Or it's just like, nah, you know what I mean? That's what's supposed to be happening. What's supposed to be happening is that theoretically there's 8 people listening to me now. And that because what I'm letting you hear and what I'm saying is a cut up, that because we're all hearing it together and I'm saying it, yada, yada, and the intent is to make something happen, that when I say the thing that I'm saying, like we're deep in the holy ruins now, and then say, I don't know, bear with me, bear with me. Let me find something good. I got nothing good yet. Hold on. God, I swear to God, theoretically, piece 23 echo, night before bumpy loop, from the murder, detached claws, dead on 13 numeral ghost, one's own relieved fragment, see his trudged cadence, girl's well-being shard, improve his mood repeat, dust premiered echo, sentence stutter retained. Dead on 13, a child's primary weapon. December 15th, 1995, half hour, prime time, fourth and final Christmas episode, 11th episode, fourth season, ABC sitcom, written by Michael Snowden, produced and aired. Trip ruined, then repaired. Put together an entourage under pressure. Docile again. Trudge through cold. Sees relief. Mood improves. Tree farm. Santa's bag of presents. Cookie jar entertainment credit echo. Oven. Dust. House. Night air. Armful of presents. Primary weapon. Primetime, December 1995. Nostalgic tree farm ruined, then repaired. Armful of presents. Trudge through cold. Relieved mood improves. Touching silent merry red glow. Hapless Squishington under pressure. Nicole warns to change. More optimistic Madeline. Santa's bag implied. Whoop. What happened here? Get away. Private humanoid holiday effect. Get away. Oh, the hell? Sorry. Private humanoid holiday effect. Night before residue. Piece 23 glitch. Dust premiered echo. Punishment implied. Relief arc closes warm. Primetime, December 1995. A nostalgic tree farm. Ruined and then repaired. An armful of presents. A trudge through the cold. The relieved mood improves. Touching, silent, merry, red glow. Hapless Squishington. Under pressure. Nicole warns him to change. A more optimistic Madeline. Santa's bag implied. A private humanoid holiday effect. Night before residue. Piece 23 glitch. Dust premiered echo. Punishment implied. The relief arc closes warm. Prime time, December 1995. A nostalgic tree farm ruined and then repaired. An armful of presents. A trudge through the cold as a relieved mood improves into a touching, silent, merry red glow. Hapless Squishington under pressure as Nicole warns him to change. A more optimistic Madeline, Santa's bag implied, a private humanoid holiday effect. Night before residue. Piece 23 glitch. Dust premiered echo. Punishment implied. The relief arc closing warm. We're reading the same room, and the room is very quiet. Fluorescent hum, analog static, VHS glow, tube amp flicker, winter noon, fog haze, power cut silence, broadcast crawl, wireframe, vitrine glass, paycheck envelope, ledger, receipt paper, inventory tag, hand axe, action figure. Bear with me. Bear with me. Oh, Paranormal Hood Live. We say hello to Paranormal Hood Live. Yep. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Phil Blair watching the. We have a rowdy parrot. On my phone here, I have the National Finals Rodeo on TV in the background. The guy who just won the steer wrestling is named Rowdy Parrot. And who knew that Phil Blair would be following professional rodeo? Paranormal Hood Live. Good on you. How you doing? Prime time December 1995 settles into documentation. Winter Noon records receipt paper. Relief present but archived. The room quiet and procedural. Private holiday effect persists as fog haze displays action figure. A proxy standing where sentiment should be, contained behind vitrine logic. Night before residue remains unresolved. Broadcast crawl inventories ledger. Punishment implied. Repair acknowledged. Warmth lodged rather than felt. Retail backroom. December noon. Winter noon. Fluorescent hum. Analog static. Ledger. Receipt paper. Paycheck envelope. Records. Archives. Tags. Winter noon records receipt paper. Fluorescent hum archives ledger. Analog static tags paycheck envelope. A space of accounting and aftermath. No people present. Evidence persists without narrative closure. Domestic interior. Power interrupted. Power cut silence. VHS glow. Vitrine glass. Action figure. Displays. Records. Containment and proxy. The action figure functions as a stand-in for sentiment, sealed and observed. Exterior threshold. Night before residue. Atmospheric field. Fog haze. Broadcast crawl. Inventory tag. Wireframe. Inventories. Broadcasts. Transmission without reception. Structure without assembly. The night before loop remains active. Tube amp flicker. Fluorescent hum. Hand axe. Ledger. Records. Archives. Threat memory stabilized as data. No escalation. No release. Quiet holiday aftermath. Composite. Winter noon. Power cut silence. Analog static. Receipt paper. Action figure. Vitrine glass. Records. Displays. Inventories. Relief exists only as residue. Warmth is implied, not enacted. Doing anything for you? Well, theoretically, it's warping your mind, turning you into essentially a magnet of magical energy. Theoretically. Or nothing has happened. Let me hope for the best. Let me see something. The engine listens back. Annotation becomes instrumentation. Conflicting statements follow. Later check-in reported. Relief expressed without resolution. False closure rejected. Relevance marked retroactively. The feed keeps waiting. I want you to pay attention. I want you to think about this point that we've been doing something for a reason. It's fun and it's games, and it can be fun and games, but theoretically, something else could be happening. And if something else could be happening and is happening, then taking it to the next level is taking it to the next level. But then again, holiday field bleed activities. Broadcast crawl contaminates domestic space. Pre Christmas period. Multiple incidents within 1 week. Survival beside sudden death, violent death. Sustained coverage. Urgency compresses language. Motives recur unevenly. Uncertainty resolves only over time. Optiplex Superiority 420 says, not going to lie, this content blows. Why don't you dance for me, little fella? Well, I appreciate your participation in the live chat. I appreciate your honest opinion and the fact that, first of all, guy, I gotta tell you something. What really hurts the most is the notion that you probably are a smoker, and if the content blows even then, damn. Hold on, give me another shot. Check this out. Tell me what kind of style, like if you told me like what kind of style of music you're into, maybe I could like hear it more to your direction. Anyway, output shifts from scene to signal. Interruptions preferred over narrative closure. Mid December announcement. Long running role ends. Tributes follow. Legacy emphasized. Announcement replaces appearance. Signal outlives voice. Repetition performs memory. Temporal voltage enters the system. Now pressure introduces instability and contradiction. Weekend residence, private home, bodies discovered after incident window, police presence, arrest same day, court proceedings begin. Resistance replaces aesthetic smothering, harsher juxtapositions persist, resolution deferred. Closed loop nostalgia engine breaks its seal. Museum vitrine opens to broadcast air. Mid December apartment, urban interior, found dead quietly, details withheld, roles remembered later, self referential coherence dissolves, abstraction anchors to consequence, silence gains weight. Jesus, Jay, this is a lot of text. Output feed becomes time sensitive. Live reactive signal processor. Early December sidewalk. Public night. Found unresponsive. Emergency protocol invoked. Revived on scene. Meaning appears after the cut. Feedback lag asserts itself. Patterns wait for hindsight. So I've spoken. Y'all have listened. We've been present for moments. We may not have all been present for the entire length of the proceeding, but we've been present for some of it. Merry, horrible Christmas. Watch as many horror Christmas movies as you can till now, till New Year's. Feel the fury of the group participation in the magic. Jonaside! Why I oughta listen. Don't be like Jonaside, a fucking asshole. Come on. Perception is part of the wave function, so don't be like Jonaside. At the bottom, I kid. Come on. He helps. You can't have an average without a bottom. Come on now. Hey, kidding now. Come on now. Listen, folks. Watch the Christmas horror movies. Watch as many of them as you can. We only got a couple of days left there until the whole thing goes ramshackle. I'm telling you, Rob Reiner, son Nick, Saint Nick, 32, Mirror 23. I'm telling you, that's dead on. Luke, General Hospital, also biblical. I'm but I'm at the hospital. I'm telling you, there was a Christmas special from 1995 for it might not have been General Hospital, but St. Elsewhere or something. But that's Nostradamus rules. Carry the zero. St. Elsewhere, General Hospital. So it's a TV show. Ballparks. Strange attractors. Mirror universes. Watch the scary ones. Or watch them late at night. It's adjacent, but I really watching you watch the horror ones, Philip Blair. But you got a doctor's note, so you're okay. It's scary being you, so it's true. Listen, also, where am I? Where's my thing? Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. And look what I got. I already had the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot cards, but look, it's the Nightmare Before Christmas Funko Pop tarot cards. Oh, I said to the ex old lady, I said, look, look what I'm getting myself. I gotta get myself this now. She goes, don't you already have those? She goes, it's the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot cards. You already have those. I go, no. She goes, you already got those for me as well. I go, no. Look, it's they're in Funko Pop now. She goes, oh man. I go, they're on Funko Pop now. She goes, oh brother. I go, they're on Funko Pop now. She goes, really? Go, they're on Funko Pop now. I'm telling you. Apparently, CERN has a tarot deck. Yeah, but if you play with it, you open a black hole to the universe. Do 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 do. And I've been having a fine old time with this tarot deck. It hasn't all the cards haven't naturally separated out yet, so I don't really trust a completely honest pull, but it'll work for our purposes. In their multi-flap world, there's a Funko Pop world. But listen, unfortunately, I'm there in the dark, so let me see if I can see things. Oh, we got the King of Candles. Now I got to figure out what the hell the candles are. I think these are wands. So I think this would be Fire of Fire. I think this is King of Wands. It's a beautiful, if you can see. I think that's got to be King of Candles. I think King of Candles got to be King of Wands. I'm going to go with that. But let me just double check for the little book. Do. Things not to do in the dark. Read. The potions, candles, needles, and presents, which represent the traditional tarot suits of cups, wands. Yes, it's King of Wands. So it's King of Wands. King of Candles, King of Wands. There you go. That's us. Fire. I take you to burn. Fire. I take you to burn. You're gonna burn. Burn. Yeah. But listen, if the King of Candles not careful, we're gonna burn ourselves, right? So we gotta keep cool, man. Do you know what I mean? The secret to walking on coals, right? You get your feet all nice and sweaty. There's all sorts of tricks to make the magic, work, right? You can figure out how to walk on glass by figuring out how to walk on glass. There's ways to do it. King of Candles can be the King of Candles as long as he remembers how to be the King of Candles. If he loses the technique, if he forgets how to do it, he's going to catch on fire. He's going to be one roasted king. Well, I see you, Jesus J. I'm just not going to engage with the negativity. So you can be a negative little Nelly all there you want to, Jesus J, lighting yourself on fire. Or you could just relax, kid. We don't need you yucking my yum. The dessert of the day at the table at Campfire Lake here is butterscotch pudding. If you don't like butterscotch pudding, you don't have to have dessert tonight. It's okay. You want an apple? Get you an apple. We'll see you go hungry. There was dinner, right? See, the King of Candles does provide. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Jesus J. I didn't yet let you offer your fucking apple, bitch. Aha, fucking with you. Yeah, there you go. Everyone's beautiful. Everyone's alive. We're all cool. It's a horrible Christmas. The YouTube channel is dying. YouTube itself is dying. Oh, let me talk about another thing I hate about YouTube. YouTube used to let me doom scroll, right? It used to just let me go video, like until I found something that I wanted to see. For some reason, starting like early, I almost want to say just like this week or like early like last week, it'll offer me both in my subscription feed as well as just my regular feed. It'll offer me like 5 videos before I have to like refresh. It is the silliest, stupidest thing. It's like, talk about a way to like not retain me on YouTube. Like it won't like let me like I scroll down for like 10 videos and then it's like boop, stop, end of list. You know what I mean? It's like going back to like 2006. It's like, what? If it's doing that, if it's acting like, oh, we can't handle giving you the videos like we used to give you the videos, that's a system breakdown. I can't keep up with my notifications. I don't know if other people are experiencing that or if it's just me. If other people are experiencing that, have other people seen that or do other people just not care? I'm like a YouTube addict. Like I watch YouTube like some people just watch TV. So I noticed it right away when they introduced that change. But it is what it is. Whatever. But I was like, that's part of the thing. The other thing I'm noticing is more and more people that I liked on YouTube are not here on YouTube anymore. People have just moved on with their lives. It is what it is. I don't know. I still love y'all. We'll still do the dance for as long as we do. I just won't try not to let it drive me crazy. But I had to get on here late because I realized that if I didn't get on here late, Phil Blair says that they haven't had that problem. Maybe it's just me. Maybe they just were like sick and tired of me being like, you don't watch the videos that we recommended. You put too many videos in your watch later list. So you watch one of the videos you put in your watch later list. We're done with you, bitch. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, on that note, I don't know if I'll have an opportunity to speak with y'all again before the big day, before Christmas. If I don't, I My suggestion from my experience is the following: the Christmas magic, the horrible Christmas magic is real. If you throw yourself into it and watch the horror Christmas movies with me, and watch my horrible Christmas live streams, and buy into the theory that it's affecting things, we'll start to see more shit happen. That's the theory. We've already seen Rob Reiner get killed, Luke from General Hospital die, Andy Dick have a drug overdose. The other guy who was in the mask in Pulp Fiction, he died young. There might have been someone else too. I forget. But anywho, or they might just be coincidences. I'm hedging my bets. If you try to tell anyone that I'm crazy, I'll just say it was a bit. But if anything happens, I'll say it was our black magic the whole time. And that's how you make an interesting life story, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Black Magic. I love you. I love you. I love you. Black Magic for Christmas. CW Chanter for President 2055. Make it happen. Visualize it now. Make it happen later. I love you. Give me $1 million. Make it happen. I believe in you. It could happen. It really could. Oh, Gil Gerard from Buck Rogers. He died too. He was out of this world. I often mention outer space. Whatever happened to Tiger Man? And you just said I made it as we're just about to end the stream, kid. We're literally just about to end the stream, dude. You want to know about about Horrible Xmas thing? I know it exists. No, look, there you go. Who's Paul Ekman? I know, right? Well, listen, you get a bonus round because you get to look up who Paul Ekman is. If you have me looking up some sort of neo-Nazi, I'll kill you. No, I won't. MC, what? If you give me those, I'm not gonna know what the hell that is. That show Lie to Me was a fictionalized version of. Ugh. Oh, I don't care. I already don't care. Study of emotions in relation to facial expressions. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. Facial expressions. Interesting. Okay. Oh no, he died in November. What are you talking about? What are you guys? He died in November. Who mentioned Paul Ekman died too? Philip. We're talking about people dying in December. We're talking about people dying now. Philip, I love you. Philip, I love you, but honestly, what are you gonna mention? Jimmy Carter dying? Did you know that Greg Louganis had AIDS? My audience, ladies and gentlemen, my audience, really great people. Listen, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Oh, I thought you meant people who died in 2025. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Jesus J. I still don't get it, but I mean, I kind of get it, but yeah, no, get it. No, that's cool. I'm out of here before you guys get me in trouble. I love you. I love you. I love you. If nobody told you they loved you today, somebody just did that. Somebody, CW Santaween. Watch those Christmas horror movies. We'll generate the negative Christmas energy. We'll make more people. We'll take. We took out Rob Reiner. We almost got Andy Dick. That was a close one. He got off by the skin of his teeth. We'll get him next time. I kid. I kid. I kid. Listen, we got a lot more celebrities to take out of the picture. Okay. Maybe we could get Mel Gibson. Who knows? Listen, you got to watch the movie and you got to listen, watch my archival material, do this and, do the whole thing, all the things. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff. I love you. I love you. I love you. If nobody told you I loved you today, somebody already did. That guy was me. Take care. Out of here. You're awesome. You love you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. You'll see me before the New Year, most likely. If you don't see me before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. We've been having Happy Hanukkah. It's all the nights. So there you go. There you go. We're doing a Deadpool next year, Big Four. No comments. No comments. Just don't pick me. There you go. I love you. Peace.